So again, welcome everyone to our ERC presentation. ERC stands for Employee Retention Credit. This is an absolutely amazing opportunity. I just saw one of our teammates just got his first commission for $66,000. I mean, that's absolutely phenomenal. Guys, you are in the right place at the right time. I strongly encourage you to make sure you turn off all distractions. We're not going to be together for a long period of time. My job is simply to go over some information so that you can make a very informed decision whether or not you want to be a part of this amazing, amazing movement. So guys, first and foremost, all we're talking about right now is the ability to put yourself in a position where many individuals have been devastated due to the pandemic. Many of us have been personally or indirectly affected by the pandemic that took place the last couple of years. But one group of individuals who were really devastated were small and mid-sized business owners. And as we all know, they are the backbone of our economy. So what they put together was a stimulus package, which is called the CARES Act. And some businesses took advantage of the PPP loan until it ran out. And then some individuals learned about the EIDL and really ran after and took advantage of that. That ran out faster than most people anticipated. But while all this was going on, there was a program called the ERC, which is the Employee Retention Credit. Most businesses didn't understand or realize it existed. And many of them at the time did not qualify because under the prior administration, you had to choose between the PPP or the ERC. You couldn't do both. So with the PPP, that was a monetized promotion. People were making serious money sharing the PPP and weren't making any money with the ERC. So of course, they drove and pushed the PPP where the ERC was put on the back burner. Because of that, the new administration, there wasn't enough distribution or contribution, really. People just didn't know about it. So the new administration made some adjustments, and they basically said in a nutshell, if you got the PPP, you can also qualify for the ERC up to $26,000 per employee. Now, guys, I need you to really think about this. And this is why you were invited here. Someone invited you because they thought of you as someone who probably is a go-getter, someone who knows and has contacts with businesses, which we all do. We patronize small, mid-sized businesses every day, the local restaurant, the local gas station, the local dry cleaners. I mean, these are individuals right now. Imagine being able to walk into these establishments and say, hey, I can help you get $26,000 per full-time W-2 employee. That can change the entire life of a business owner. I've done that many times. One of my business owners sent me an email saying, this is going to change my life. And that just felt so good to be able to give to someone and help someone and in return make a whole lot of money. So here's what I want you to understand real quick. The qualifications for this, there's 3 qualifications. First, a business has to show significant decrease, and this is either or, a decrease in revenue during the pandemic. A business has to show that they had either a partial or complete shutdown during the pandemic, or a business has to show that their practice was affected by the pandemic, whether supply chain, the way they operated, they laid people off, a restaurant had to move their restaurant outside, in different ways. The reality is most businesses were impacted. What unfortunately, most businesses out here are misinformed, where they think, it has to be all 3, or a lot of businesses I spoke to said, hey, I made a lot of money during the pandemic. I don't qualify. And I said, that's great. You made a lot of money, but did you have to shut down your business at some point or have at least a partial shutdown? And they said, of course. So it's not that they have to meet all 3 criteria. One of the 3 will do. Another criteria that most people got to understand is you got to have W-2, full-time W-2 employees, 1 to 500, and they cannot be your immediate family members. So you personally, as a member, a business owner, a wife and a child, if you had 10 employees, if it's you, your wife, and a child and 7 other employees, your wife and child don't qualify, but the 7 may still qualify. I need you to understand that. And by finding out and qualifying these individuals, pre-qualifying, key word is pre-qualifying, our experts qualify them. The IRS is sending out big checks. Guys, up to $26,000. I can't emphasize this enough. Per employee is what they can qualify for. On average, we're helping businesses $225,000 in returns. I mean, $225,000 if you're a business owner struggling and you're getting a check and you don't have to spend this check in any particular way like they did with the PPP, oh, you're very excited. I mean, here's some examples of businesses that we helped. We had a retail shop with 9 employees put $68,000 back into their bottom line, a local restaurant with 5 locations. One of our business partners right now, Claude, just signed up 3 individual with 3 locations. I mean, this here, 63 employees, $1.2 million. A local catering company with 15 employees, $262,000 back into a business pocket. Trucking company, and this is where I want you to really think of who do you know, because the person who signed up this trucking company called on a friend. They wrote a list of everyone they know who owns a business, and they called them up. Hey, Bob, how did you do during the pandemic? Were you impacted? How many employees do you have? 180. Did you take advantage of the ERC program? No. Man, Bob, listen, I have a program. I'm working with a company that's helping individuals, businesses, small and mid-sized businesses access the ERC program where you can make up to $26,000 for each of your employees. I can't guarantee anything, but let's see what you qualify for. That's really our conversation. And in doing that, was able to get this business, his friend, back $3 million. You know, that's probably his best friend now because he put $3 million into his pockets. But look at the commissions that our reps got, and you'll be able to get as well as you do the same. $2 million for bringing back that retail shop. 2,000. I apologize. I think big numbers. 36,000 in commissions for this restaurant deal that they set up. $7,875 for this local catering company. And guess what? This gentleman who called his friend, put $3 million in his friend's business bottom line, walked away with $93,000 in a commission. That's one business. I need you to really think about it, because there's some people who say, I don't know a lot of people. I don't know a lot of businesses. All you need is one. And you can make $93,000 in 2023. That's a beautiful thing. Would you all agree? And this is the simplicity of the process, guys. Let me walk you through this. I kind of did it just now by sharing that story, but the road to a sell is simply piquing the interest and introducing businesses to our website, the ERC program, by simply asking questions. Hey, Mr. Business Owner. Hey, Mr. Restaurant that I'm sitting at having tacos. Hey, Mr. Dry Cleaning owner that I'm dropping off my shirt and suits. You know, hey, Mr. Mechanic Shop, wherever you're conducting business, whoever you know, how are you? How long have you been in business? If you don't know, how did the pandemic impact your business? Ask questions, get them to talk. Let them feel the pain. They'll start telling the stories. Man, I didn't think I was going to make it. Let me ask you, I'm so glad you survived the pandemic. You're still in business, or a beacon in our community. I'm working with a company that helps small businesses just like yours get access to government funds that has been allotted for you, up to $26,000 per full-time W-2 employee. Have you taken advantage of the ERC? They'll say, no, what is that? Or they'll say, my CPA said I don't qualify. And some CPAs say they don't qualify because in the beginning they didn't. The rules have changed 7 times since this has been out. Or they'll say, I made too much money, I don't qualify, whatever it may be. hey, listen, I can't guarantee anything, but it's no risk to you. It doesn't hurt you to see if you qualify. And we're talking $26,000 per employee. How many employees do you have anyway? Conversation, guys. And once you get that question answered, you send them to your website. This is the state-of-the-art website that you're going to get, and you get them to click that purple button. That purple button is money, guys. Begin qualification. At that point, they're going to fill out a questionnaire and get an estimate of how much they're going to earn for this ERC. And then they're going to upload documents, simple documents, their 941, along with their payroll information. And if they got a PPP, that information is required as well. And then our experts, the ERC specialists, will take those documents, scrub them accordingly, put them in order, and then basically once they get the approval, the final approval, because some numbers might not add up when the documents are sent in. But once they get the final approval, they'll send it over to the business owner, they sign off on it and sit back and wait for the check. That's our business. That's what we do. It's a very simple process. We don't sell. We tell people about this. We just simply tell people that you may qualify for a whole lot of money. Let me see what we can get you qualified for. One of the great things with the company, because there's a lot of companies that's popping up everywhere right now, and all ERC programs aren't equal. I heard about a story where a gentleman went with his CPA, as a matter of fact, that said they do ERCs, and the CPA went and got him about $40,000. But when one of our business partners just did a dry run to see what we could have got them, and they could have got $400,000. Everybody don't know this process. We have a team of ERC specialists who's helped thousands of businesses and got a return of over $4 billion. So when you come across individuals and when you think of folks, just because they say they do ERC doesn't mean that they really do ERC. With our links professionals, they are one of the best. So you can feel confident knowing that when you get one of your clients set up with them, they're going to do the job. But one of the great things is, and a lot of companies is very non-transparent, but with links, you can see the job being done. You can track the process. From the moment they click the button and they click submit, you're going to be notified, and you'll see in your back office where you could track from beginning to payout when your client is, how your client is moving throughout the process, which is a game changer. Because I was with a company, I'll be very transparent. I was with a company who basically, they just had us pique the interest of the business, set up an appointment to have some individual they hired call my business owner and hopefully sell them on this process. And then, of course, at that point, I have no more control. I don't know how the process is moving along, whether they called them, did they collect the documents or any of that. So you're in the dark. But with this program, why we're so excited about links is we can see all things that's taking place, and you want to control your money, where if they don't put in their documents, you can call that business owner, hey, Mr. Flores or Mrs. Flores, owner, I know you're very busy. We're coming up on the holidays, but you saw that you have over $350,000 available to you. We're missing a few documents. The sooner we get this in, the sooner we could get you this money. What can I do to help you? Because, I mean, most of you probably own businesses and traditional businesses. We get busy. Someone falls, so you lose a client, one phone call could distract you, and we want to be able to have control of that process. Now, we do have our experts who's sending them emails, who's following up with them, who's calling them, but we don't want to rely on someone else to be urgent about our money. Would you all agree? Nod your head virtually. I see you. Now, this is another part of our back office, some of our top income earners, and these numbers have changed since the last time I did a screenshot. But when you go in here, you'll see the home page. You can check your representatives with an upgraded site. You can see your new business that's been inserted, your commissions. But look at these dollars, guys. You got the top earner right now, $83 million in volume, down to the lowest person. And I think this person has moved up and someone else came in. But the last time I looked, I think the person had like 20-something million dollars in volume, commissions coming. That's major. How does this work? Let's break this thing down real quick, guys. So what happens is once we get the business in, we go through the whole process, ERC, and I encourage you, let ERC let the business owner, well, you can kind of allude to them. You don't have to pay anything until on the back end. We don't get paid anything unless we collect money for you. And the money we collect on the retention, on the back end is 15%, which is on the low end compared to other companies that I've seen, which is anywhere from 20% up to 40%, which is ridiculous. There's no upfront cost. It's taken out of the credit that's earned. And if a business want to get even less, they could do 10% if they pay up front, saving them 33% in a discount. Now, here's what's great. We get paid when money is collected. So at the end of this process, when the 15% is collected, we get paid 20% of the 15% collected. But if they pay up front, that 10% collected, and there's some business out there who's flush with cash, they say, hey, I want to save money. If they pay that 10% up front, we get paid immediately upon that commission, that 10% being collected. So we don't have to wait the 3 to 6 months before we get paid, which is pretty cool. How do we get paid? We get paid 20% for all commissions that we collect. So, and I'll give you an example. So we get 20% of the fees that's collected by links. But the great thing is, this is something that really pulled me into this. We don't just do personal, but we have the ability to get an override. On first level, 4%, second level, 3%, third level, 2%, fourth level, 1%. Let me show you what that means and how this money works, guys. If you ain't excited already, man, I know you're thinking of businesses. You probably got a piece of paper right now writing them down. So let's say you help a business get $200,000. And we said average 225,000 is what's been collected. So this owner is going to get a $30,000 ERC fee, which is 15% of the $200,000. We get paid $6,000, which is 20% of the $30,000. Is that good or what? By just simply helping Mr. Taco Stand next in the neighborhood get money back, they get $200,000, we get $6,000. I call that a win-win situation. And if we have teammates doing this as well, of course they're going to get the $6,000. But if they're front line to you, you're going to get $1,200, which is 4% of that $30,000. If they're second level to you, you'll get $900. If they're third level to you, you'll get $600. If they're fourth level to you, you'll get $300. You're getting paid, leverage. Guys, that's major. We're talking big dollars. Who do you know? Every business owner has been impacted by this. The only question now is, do they have W-2 employees? It's amazing. I'm running into so many people who put their businesses on their employees on 1099s, and I'm not mad at them. When I had my commercial cleaning company, I did that as well. But understand this, if they have full-time W-2 employees, 1099s don't qualify, then they qualify. Let me give you the $1 million formula. We're going to wrap this up, open it up for some questions, guys. Who wants to be a millionaire? Guys, you literally have the ability to become a millionaire in 2023. Earn $1 million. How do you go about doing that? Well, one, you position yourself accordingly. By getting on board with links, you now have the ability to generate $1 million. So let's say you go out, and it's all about hustle. This is not a get rich quick proposition. You go out and talk to 200, 300, or 100 businesses, whatever it takes to get 100 businesses to sign up, click the purple button. They have, let's say, average 40 employees, and this is a hypothetical. You can do the numbers. If they have 100 employees, you need less businesses. Understand this, but this is on average 100 businesses with 40 employees. That's 4,000 employees. Now, if a business got the PTT, they don't get up to 26. They get up to 10,000 or more, but let's say they get 10,000 per employee. So that's $40 million collected. Links is going to charge 15%, which is $6 million. We get 20% of that $6 million, which is $1.2 million. Did someone just get goosebumps? I don't care how many people, how many businesses. I mean, most people can't tell you how to be a millionaire. They say, practice your basketball, practice your skills in singing, create an app, whatever. But right now, we just showed you just 100 businesses with an average of 40 employees. And again, there's businesses with hundreds of employees, but let's say 40 employees, it will give or take just 4,000 employees. Let's just put it that way. 4,000 employees, 10,000 per ERC. There might be some would take 26,000, but 40 million, 6 million to links, 1.2 million paid to you. Is that good or is that good? But if you have a team, and I strongly encourage people, multiply yourself. You can't get it all by yourself. And this thing is free, easy money to a degree. Why not share with everybody? So if someone's on your first level who goes out and does this, you'll get 4% of that 40 million, which is 240,000, or you'll get on your second level $180,000 on your second level for a person who goes out and do this, or 120,000 on your third level. Do you see these numbers? 100 businesses can bring you, let's say all of them, everybody goes out and gets $1 million. 4 levels deep. You get your 1.2 million, and then you got 240, 180. Somebody add that up for me. What's that? 8, 10, 14, 2, 4. That's 4, 6. That's about 6 mil. Something like that. I ain't gonna play myself. Do the math. I have my calculator. It's a lot of money. Say it's a boatload. Guys, this thing is huge. Now is the time to get started. There's nothing to really think about. There's no risk. You don't have to pay no money. If you don't know a lot of business, but know one business, you got a cousin who has a daycare with 10 employees. If you just enroll her or him and get back a few $1,000s, it's worth signing up. Would you agree? There's no risk. So now what you want to do is get back with the person who shared this information with you, have them send you their link. You go onto their website, click on the link where it says become a partner. This is a website. This is a computer view, but if it's a cell phone, you click those 3 dots, it'll open up these links, scroll down to become a partner. Fill out the information. You're set up to go full speed ahead. But also I want you to visualize this site, because the more businesses you have coming here and click begin qualification, the more business you have come in and click the purple button, the more money you're going to earn. Understand this, guys. Huge opportunity. But time is running out. Opportunities come and go. And truly, with this right here, they allotted a certain amount of money in the reserve. And once that money is gone, it's gone. So don't drag your feet, don't procrastinate. And the reality is, if you're not talking to people that you know, somebody else is talking to them. Don't sit back and let someone else, whereas you decide to finally call the person at the daycare, and then they say, yeah, I saw somebody's link on Facebook and I got signed up with them. That's going to be painful, and they got 150 employees. Understand this, guys. So you want to make sure you call your folks. If they don't qualify, they don't qualify. If they're not interested, they're not interested. It's all good. So let's do this real quick, guys. I want to close this out, and I want to open it up for any questions and comments. We got Coach. Your line is unmuted. What question you have, sir? What comment you have?
Oh no, I was just saying, great presentation, big bro. That was my boy Harold, man. And I kind of hate it because we didn't know about this company at first. So he actually took a $40,000 hit. But yeah, that was my boy Harold, one of my top recruiters in MWR. That was him that made the $66,000 today. Yeah, but if
Awesome,
if we if
awesome.
we would have been over here, he would have cleared 102,000 on accident. But he
Wow.
still got 66 at the deal. Some people don't make $66,000 a year working
All
all year.
year.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
just to do,
There's
he
nothing
did
to be
one
mad
deal.
about.
Yeah, he actually got more deals, but that was just his first deal that they funded him. So he cleared 66 on that.
Man, that's awesome. Congratulations, Harold, if you're listening to this recording. And I'll have this recording available within the next 24 hours, most likely sooner. Any other questions? Thank you, sir. Thanks, Coach. Any other questions from anyone before we wrap this call up? All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, we thank you so very much. We will be doing another presentation like this every Monday and Thursday, Monday at 7 p.m., Thursday at 9 p.m. I might move it to 7. I do 9 because my son's football team practice, but this week is his last one. Y'all let me know if 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock is better, and we'll make that adjustment. But again, guys, we thank you very much. Look forward to seeing all these success stories coming up on the board. Take charge, everyone. God bless.